Alright, looks like we're live. Hello, mech warriors, and welcome back to the Mech Lab, where we try to be a better mech commander every day. Today we're looking at a new tournament for the MRC Cameron Heat. It starts next month, in January, but everything is going to be a little bit sooner, just because we get prepared for that because everyone's busy during Christmas time. So yeah, I'm gonna look through the rules here quickly, and then I'm going to build a list, and we'll see what we can do. So Cameron Heat takes place during Star League era, which is kind of wild. So we're going to probably make like a Star League Defense Force list, just because like that's going to be obviously meta. Like we've got access to double heat sinks and stuff like that that other people don't have. So let's see. We can ignore most of this. New unique. This is kind of the thing that's kind of cool. So you aren't building a list for yourself. You're building a list for other people. Basically, there's a bidding process where everyone chooses a list that they want to play, but you can't choose your own list, right? Like you're never going to get your list, and then you might have to fight against your list. Although they'll probably try and make it so that doesn't happen, but I wouldn't mind fighting against my own list because I don't plan on making it like super ridiculously overpowered or anything like that. I'm just going to try and make one that's like pretty decent. So let's see. Alternate ammos. Oh, these are the alternate ammos that are allowed. So we've got cluster ammo for LBX cannons, no other autocannon stuff. We have Infernos, which could be very interesting. I could see Inferno SRM spam being like pretty good in this. And we've got Narc. So, just regular Narc homing, no Narc explosive, which is kind of annoying, because if someone has ECM, yeah, that can kind of just counter that, and that's a problem. Let's see. Games are 15 turns. Oh, these are the missions. So, I'm not 100%. I think these are like some mission examples. But breakthrough, bunker buster. This is you have to kill enemy buildings, and the map is like actually pretty substantially big. Capture the flag, right? I think there's other missions other than these, but we have a lot of mobility requirements, right? Cut off the head, probably not quite as much. That's just going to be like stand-up fight, basically. Domination. Each zone that you dominate. Okay. Prowling the city, spray painting giant circles of 36s all over the city as a form of protest. What he's protesting, we're not quite sure, but this gives us perfect opportunity. These circles will note the objective zones in the mission domination. The objective of this mission is to dominate these predetermined zones. +5 objective points. Dominate a zone by having more units than the opposing player in the objective zone. So again, this is, you're going to need some mobility here. Hide and seek. 2d6 reroll ties. What is this? Configuration. Lobby for the highest BV unit. Tab deployment zone. Any. Check hidden unit. Oh, okay. All right, so we've got hidden units. We're trying to find the hidden unit. That's interesting. Any mech within range of an enemy mech's active probe and with line of sight to the enemy mech is revealed. Mega Mech does this automatically. So you're gonna want active probes. Good to know. Active probe's important. King of the Hill. That's going to be a stand-up fight in the center. Probe. Scan 2 objective areas on the opponent's side of the board. Have the scanning unit survive or escape the board. Okay. So again, mobility. So it looks like mobility is going to be like really, really key here. Recon relay is going to be more of the same. You have to scan the objective hex. And then I think you have to make it back to your own deployment zone. Yeah, scan is successful on a 7+. Unjammed units mounting an active probe. Succeed on a 5+. Signal trace. During the end phase, units with 1 hex of the signal's current location may attempt to scan it. Oh, I see. And it's every turn. Signal moves to location corresponding to that roll. Move to hex 1718 instead. So we've got to, again, you've got to chase the signal around and scan it. Stand up fight. Okay. Yeah. Just a straight up fight. So overall, the vast majority of the missions require mobility. So we're definitely going to be building a mobile list. Let's go to, oh, not list, bidding. This is just how you bid. You bid a certain amount of points based on your rank. I'm green 3, so I'll have 28 points. And I don't know how that divides up into 5 evenly, or if it even does, but they have to be like within 1 point of each bid must be within 1 point of each other. Let's get back to the main thing. So we know the missions require mobility, for the most part, essentially. Hello, viewers. If anyone has any questions, let me know. I tend to talk a little bit fast and, not Surreal. Hello. Yes. I'm also interested. This is a very weird tournament. This is the first time we've had like a bidding process and where we're building lists for each other. That I know of at least. So 8K battle value. Star League era. All pilots between 4.5 and 2.2, 1-step rule. So you can't have a 2.4 or like a 3.5. Right, it has to be 3.4, 4.4, 4.5. 2.3 is fine, but like 4.2 is not. Okay. Fraternal chassis. So 2 of the same chassis, but not 2 of the same variant. So you could have 2 mongooses, but not like one of them would have to be like a royal mongoose, and one of them would have to be a normal one. Maximum 28 pulse damage in a list. This makes one of the mechs that exists in this era actually just straight up banned. It's one of the executioners, I think they're called. It has like a bunch of pulse lasers. Can't use it. Max 12 jump movement points in a list. That means that you can have 1 7 jumper and 1 5 jumper. So that's what we're probably going to try and go for. Because we definitely want like a fast jumping mech. As an objective grabber and or someone to jump behind people and kick them. All alternate ammos are allowed, and we already went through them over here. You have to have 1 mech. I will say what are they called? Not VTOLs, and not aerospace fighters. The LAMs, land air mechs, are pretty much just always banned in the MRC. Like, we just don't allow them because they're kind of a lot of BS. So no lambs, I would assume. If lambs are allowed, I might take one just for lulz. No VTOLs allowed. VTOLs are straight up banned. No artillery and like no mortars, anything like that are allowed. These are all the special rules. So front-loaded initiative, vehicles can be abandoned, initiative streak compensation, simul firing and physical. Double blind, very interesting. That's going to make sensors actually really important. Like, if you've got good sensors on your side, you can find out where the enemy is, even if they are hiding behind a hill or something like that. ECCM and Angel ECM Attack Ops Enhanced Missile Defense. I think this means that AMS can fire multiple times, which is pretty good. Oh yeah, Surreal says lambs are out. Okay. Are you in the MRC, Surreal? I don't think I've played you before. It's been a while since I've played in the MRC. I've kind of had some other games like More Time and stuff that I've been playing lately. 15 turns or 3 hours of play. Technically, people can play longer if they want to, but yeah, it's expected that the game shouldn't take longer than 3 hours, which at 8,000 battle value, that should be pretty easy. Oh, your PS. Oh, okay, cool. Random basements are also on. Oh no, I don't even know what that means. I don't mess with buildings. I just don't stand on them ever. I don't walk through them. Buildings are bad in my opinion. Engine explosions are on, which is random and fun. If your engine takes enough criticals in a round, which basically like if you get cored, there's a chance that your engine just explodes and it hurts things around you. I've had that have some hilarious effects. I killed a bunch of battle armor once with that. My mech just exploded and killed all the battle armor that was around it. Backwards level change means you have to make a PSR if you move backwards up a hill, which is, not that bad. But what was the other one that I saw that was... I looked through this quickly before I started streaming. Jumping into heavy woods, this one. So forcing a PSR when you jump into heavy woods means that jumping units are like severely nerfed, because that's usually how they make their TMM. Like they just leverage that really hard. Like you jump into heavy woods and suddenly your 3 TMM becomes 5, and it's real nasty. So high piloting skill on my jumping mechs is what I'm seeing here. We might end up going for like an 8 jump and a 4 jump, like a guillotine or something. I love the guillotine, one of my favorite brawlers. And that's simply because there's not that many great 7 jump mechs that I'm aware of. So let's look at some of the stuff that we have access to. I have gone Star League Royal in the Star League era here. And I've organized this by battle value. Ost Scout might be one to take because it has an active probe. Spider, Firestarter. I think the Hermes is pretty good, right? The Hermes 1S. Oh, we're going to change this to allowed units. I'm just gonna put like 3,000. We might as well do like, I don't know, 2,800 or something, right? When is this? Yeah, to 2780. So, experimental, not cannon units, allow extinct equipment. Okay, perfect. So then we look up. What was it again? Hermes. Is the Hermes the really fast one with like mask and stuff? Okay, no mask. I think there is one Hermes with mask. Here it is. Yep, the Hermes 1SB. Holy, that is a heck of a fast boy. 914. That's a good mech. That's quite a good mech. XL Engine makes it a little bit less durable, but Royal Mongoose has an active probe. Yeah, the Royal Mongoose is also like really expensive though. This is one to look out for sure. 1,100 battle value. What's the Royal Mongoose cost? I think it's like 1,200, right? We'll control F Mongoose. That's the Gunslinger Mongoose. Oh no, 934. Okay. I'm not really that interested in mask, honestly. Yeah, it's an XL engine. Wow, ER large laser. So that explains why it's so expensive. That's pretty cool though. 10 on all the important locations, 12 on the legs. XL engine. With mechs like this, having an XL engine isn't that bad. Oh wow, the stock Mongoose does have an active probe. Oh, okay, that's great. Fantastic. So that's a great scout. That's like a premier scout for 750 battle value. We'll probably take one of those. But what I like to do is I like to pick my big units first. Because then like your smaller units are easier to work around. Like you've got to know your centerpiece. Like we could do dervishes, right? Or not dervishes, Kintaros. Um, we do the Kintaro 19B and the Kintaro 19 and have a couple narkers. The problem with that is they're a little bit slow. Um, the regular 19 is like really undersynced. Like it can't fire its close range weapons without overheating. And oh, LRM 15. This is actually a pretty decent mech for 1260 battle value. Again, XL engine though. Like if I'm investing in 185 points of armor on a 5.8 chassis, I don't think I want an XL. Griffin 1N, classic, bad mech. I don't really like the 1N. The Wolverine 2. Engineering tactician. Just getting into the hobby. I'm curious. The catapult is always my favorite mech. How does it perform on tabletop? The standard catapult. What is it? The 1C. The catapult is great. The catapult has C1. C1. That's what it is. It doesn't have that much armor, which is like a slight problem, but it has decent mobility, 464, and it can get into like a good sniping perch and then just rain LRMs down on your enemy. You don't want to brawl with it though. What I usually use the catapult for is as an escort for other LRM mechs because it has so many medium lasers that it can just like walk up to you and go blat and just splats medium lasers all over you. Yeah, I would agree with Surreal. It's a solid early era mech. Once you get into like 3050, it kind of gets outclassed by a lot of stuff. But if you're looking for something that's a little bit more mobile than an archer, that is, I think it's also slightly cheaper than the archer and doesn't have the same heat problems. Catapult, pretty decent. It's a decent little cavalry mech. Exterminator is something that I'm definitely heavily considering. The Exterminator is really cool. This is actually the mech that I was talking about earlier. I think it's the experiment. This one, the 4DX. Yeah, this is banned for obvious reasons. What is that? 612. That's 24. 36. 36 pulse damage. What's the limit? Limit of 28. Yeah, so it's like just out by about 8 pulse damage. Kind of disappointing because this I mean this would be extremely obnoxious to fight against, but I am definitely I'm definitely enamored of it. I think that this would be really fun to fight or really fun to play as. Then again, like for this tournament, like I said, we're making lists for other people, so we might have to fight these. So fighting that mech would be obnoxious, obviously. And again, Exterminator has a problem. It's a 6 jump. Which would mean that we could only have another 6 jump. I kind of want to get a 7+ jumper. So why don't we actually do this? Let's look for a 7 jumper. We want 7 to 7. Are there even any good 7 jumpers in this era? Stinger? This is actually not bad. It's cheap. It's very cheap. Assassin, okay. Classic Assassin. Everyone hates the Assassin. All my homies hate the Assassin. Spectre. Oh my goodness. Is this allowed? Is this a legal mech in this tournament? Because if it is, I absolutely want it. That is crazy. Null signature system. A large laser and 2 medium lasers. Let me see. Is this a legal unit? Control F. Spectre. Oh my god, it's allowed. Okay, we're taking the Spectre, guys. And because it has to jump into heavier woods, we're taking it at 4-3. So there we go. There's our first mech. That we found the cheese. The cheese has been discovered. Oh yeah, you you literally uh what NSS is still around. NSS. Oh yeah, yeah. Null signature system is a thing. I haven't even looked into it that much. I just know that it's quite good. It's like better stealth armor, I think, right? Are there any good upgrade tech variants? The Catapult K2, the one with the PPCs. Um, and there is a Royal Catapult, which is actually not bad. Uh, Catapult C1B. This starts getting reproduced, I think. In Clan Invasion era, it's literally just a catapult with case and a little bit more armor and double heat sinks. So, this is a solid mech in later eras. But it is a little expensive at 1500 battle value. What I actually prefer is, well, it won't come up here, but there's a later era yeoman with like MMLs on it. That thing is nice. That's a decent, like, if we're talking about a catapult adjacent mech, the yeoman is definitely it. The big boombox with jump jets is pretty nice. Star Slayer. Okay, Star Slayer might be a good candidate for our 5 jumper. I'm a big fan of the Star Slayer. What else do we have here? If you own a catapult, I think there's some decent variants you can take mid eras. Yeah, I haven't looked into it that much. I prefer brawlers for heavy mechs typically instead of like a weird switch hitter. Um, Black Knight. I think the Black Knight and the Royal Black Knight are both available. I would go for the Battle Master with the command console, but command consoles are banned because people are salty about +2 initiative. Like it is good, but like yeah, I'm paying for it, so like I should be able to take it if I want to, in my opinion. But that's neither here nor there. We have initiative streak compensation if someone's losing initiative a lot. You know what I mean? Like I don't think it should be banned. 2CB Ostrock, solid little cavalry mech. Little expensive, but 2 ER large lasers means that it can poke. It's basically a big crab. It's basically a big royal crab, which is kind of cool. Um, that one's pretty good. The Awesome, I mean, the Awesome is a classic, but we kind of need mobility in our list. We'll come back to the Awesome. We might want like one anchor mech that can just like provide a lot of fire support. Night Stars are always cool. Yeah, what Night Stars are available? We have 4 Night Stars available. Oh, no, never mind. We have 1 Night Star available. Is it like the Night Star? It's this one, right? 2 Gauss rifles and an ERPPC. That could make a good anchor mech. The problem being that it costs like 500 more battle value than an Awesome. And does largely the same thing, but does do more damage and does it at longer range. But it also has an XL engine. And I'm not a fan of XLs on assaults. You're already paying like 1700 battle value plus. So if your one torso goes out and you lose the mech, that's a big problem. Granted, it's not as big of a problem if you have forced retreat on, but like this mech isn't scoring objectives anyways, so I need it to live. Like if the enemy starts pouring resources into killing my big assault mech, my big anchor, then I need it to be able to take that punishment and not just die to like, 3 or 4 PPC shots to the right torso or something. Yeah, that is the standard Night Star. It is a reliable mech for sure. Engineering tactician. It's reliable until its torso gets taken out. It is pretty good though. Like the damage output is like definitely not something to sneeze at. Um, and it does have like some backup close range weapons. The thug is solid. You know what? I think I'm gonna take the Ostrak. This is what I'm talking about here. This is a great mech. Two ER large lasers, two streak twos, two medium lasers. Enough heat sinks to fire most of it comfortably, and then it has lots of armor on all the important parts, but it doesn't pay for the arms, right? Like it doesn't armor up the arms at all. So the arms are just there as shields. It does have a center torso bomb, which is, like not the best thing in the world. But if we look at the TRO, what do we got in the CT? Oh, that's the only other thing that we have in the CT. Okay, it's actually kind of bad, but is that not the mech that I'm thinking of? I feel like there was just an all energy. Was it the Ost Sol? Was there like a Royal Ost Sol? Maybe it's not available in this era. Let's just check all the Ost things. Ostrak, the regular Ostrak 2C? Does this thing have... Okay, yeah, it's pretty much the same mech. Pretty much the same mech with large lasers instead of ER large lasers, but it is cheap. And I think cheap mobile armor might be like solid in this tournament. So let's take two. We'll take the 2C. Yeah, I mean at 3-4 because it's cheaper maybe, and then we can do like 4-4 on the more expensive guy. Both around 1600 BV. Okay, we have very limited battle value left. So I think our anchor unit has to be a tank. Let's look at some tanks that are going to do some big damage. Rhino, Puma. The demon tank? I don't think the demon's very good. Demon. Royal Demon. It's just a Gauss rifle on wheels. Wow, it is actually pretty fast though. 5.8. 5.8 for a big tank. Alicorn. The Thunderhawk? Thunderhawk. Is that a mech? Thunderhawk. Triple Gauss rifles. Wow. That is certainly a mech. Let's go back to the mechs. I mean, I'd rather have... Oh, wow, it's definitely available. It is almost 200 battle value more than the Nightstar, though. I don't think I can afford that. Alicorn. Thug then. So when I say an anchor mech, I don't mean a mech that is that goes to the front. An anchor unit is the rear anchor of your force, and then everything projects out from that. So the anchor is going to be your long range support unit, and then you have your cavalry and stuff moving out from that point. You want them to defend the anchor while also gaining objectives, because typically the anchor is very far away from the main fight, but like light mechs and stuff will flank around and attack it. But if your anchor is tanky enough, then it doesn't actually matter if light mechs go after it, because they'll do a little bit of damage to it and not really, it won't care for the most part. What are you guys saying here? Triple Gauss, Manticore, a Manticore in the back. Manticore. Just a standard Manticore heavy tank. We could look at that. It's less than 1,000 battle value. I mean, this is okay. One PPC, one LRM-10. That's not like impressive damage. So I mentioned the Alicorn. I would like an Alicorn, please. Oh, it's like 2,000 battle value. Alicorn. Which one do we have access to? The Mark 6. Right, Mark 6. This one. Triple Gauss rifle. That's pretty terrifying. Yeah, let's take one of those. That is not messing around. Let's go 4-5. We just want to keep it cheap. It's going to stand still and fire Gausses at things. It doesn't really need higher gunnery. What else? Stalkers tend to be durable. Would something like the 3FB work? We could look at the 3FB. Stalker. That is absolutely an anchor mech. It's also an anchor mech that can defend itself, which is great. With Artemis and ECM. Pretty nice. That is pretty nice. Can it fire all of its weapons? It has 34 heat. It can fire everything while standing still. That is like a perfect support unit. It just fights at range 14. Ear large lasers are actually, like, people don't like them, but they are deceptively efficient because their long range is really short. It's only like 3 hexes or something like that. So they don't pay extra battle value for a really long range like LRMs do. And they're only 8 damage, but most people take breakpoints anyways. So, like, it's not like a PPC is going to go internal where two ER large lasers wouldn't. You know what I mean? Double heat sinks. This could be a great mech to build our force around. It's got chonk. It's tough. It has decent long range support damage, and it has good backup in short range. But it is kind of expensive. It is, what, 180 battle value more than the Alicorn. That's actually not that much. How much are we doing? We're talking 7-7, 8-8, so 16 plus 14, 30 damage, whereas the long range of the Alicorn is 45. But it has no close range, it can't kick. Do we even have access to this? The Stalker. I'm assuming that it's around Stalker. 3FB. We do have access to it. You know what? Alicorn's probably like more optimized, but the Stalker is like very much. So the main problem with the Stalker is that now we need to actually pay for piloting on it, because we have. What is it? Where's the special rule? Tac Ops taking damage. I mean, this guy is definitely going to take like 40 plus damage in a turn if someone focus fires him, because he's just going to be standing still. Like this unit is not going to get any big damage out. It's too expensive. It ends up being too expensive. We're going to take the Alicorn. Alicorn is where it's at. Super cheap. Big guns. That's all you really need. It's going to have trouble getting to uphills a little bit more than the Stalker would. And it can't defend itself. But we've got a big brawling line to handle that. So we are now at 6,500. Let's get out the calculator. 8,000 minus 6,566. Now comes the hard part. We have to find something that's worth around 1430 battle value, preferably with at least 4 piloting. And I think it's going to be a 5 jump mech so that we can just cheese that 5 unit um, or 12 jump thing, like we said we were going to originally. Griffin. What about we talked about the Star Slayer earlier. Oh, nope, not the Star Slayer. There we go. Star Slayer. We just have the one, eh? Okay. Star Slayer 2C. 1365 battle value. I love the Star Slayer. Oh. This is not good. This is significantly less armored than I thought it was. The other Star Slayers, I think it's the 2D that I like. It has, like, much more armor, as well as the 2 large lasers. Okay, so not the Star Slayer. What do we have available for 5 jump mechs? Got the Griffin. The Dervish. Do we take a Dervish? Dervish 6M? I mean, this mech sucks ass. But it is cheap. And cheap is what we need. No, we don't want a Dervish. What Wolverines are available? We got the 6R and the 7H. 7H is actually cheap. What is this thing? Ultra AC5 SRM6 medium pulse laser. IS advanced. I mean, there's a lot of stuff in here. Gotta be more specific than that. Mech. Yeah, there's actually not that many mechs, is there? Okay. Gladiator. Oh, it's a slow gladiator. There's some gladiators that I like. Thunderbolt. No. Phoenix Hawk Lamb. Can't take that. Dervish, Cyclops, Shadowhawk. 3H2. This should be illegal, shouldn't it? I think this is Comstar only. I used this in a tournament, actually. It's a very weird mech. I brought it because it was funny. And it also had lots of SRMs for very cheap, and I was doing an Einarch list. No, so Surreal, when I go to this, right? I go to the MUL, I type in Star Slayer. And there's only one. Right? There's only one Star Slayer available. So that is not gonna be it, guys. What do we... One thing that we could look at is we could make our Ostrock 2C cheaper. I really like the Ostrock a lot. I think it's a great mech. Yeah, I think the one that we're thinking of, Surreal, is the 2D. The 2D, I believe, is the good one. It's like a jumping crab. It's awesome. I love the 2D Star Slayer. It also looks super goofy. It's like very stiff gun arm. That's just like mounted to the shoulder. Let's see. Hunchback. The 6R Wolverine's the crappy one, right? It's like the AC5 one. It's like the OG. Yes, it is. That mech kind of dookie. There's not many great 5 jumpers in this era, is there? What's the City Wyvern? It's the 5U. I love how its designation looks like sucks. Oh my god, it has vehicular grenade launchers. Amazing. This is actually not bad. Not terrible. It has a supercharger. That's a weird mech. Yeah. Well, it jumps 4. I just thought I wanted to look at it because the Wyvern sucks is an amazing designation. I'm probably not gonna take this. But it is good to know that we have access to it because it's kind of a cool mech. Sentinel, definitely not. What are we looking at? The 5 jump, but 12 movement for a Talon. Talon, huh? The Talon. That is true. Like, we don't have to use up all of the jump. We don't have to. I just kind of want to. We don't have to, especially because, like, jumping is nerfed in this, right? Like, we can't jump into Heavy Woods without possibly falling down. And there's always that chance that you roll Snake Eyes. Medium laser ERPPC. Like, this is not bad, but again, XL Engine's not a huge fan. I like this one a lot better than 5B. Look at this is what I was talking. Like, I don't know if you guys have seen my video on why ERPPCs are terrible, but like, it costs an extra 100 battle value just to get a little bit of extra range from the PPC. Like, yeah, okay, you remove the oh my god, a Royal Locust, this madman. If we're taking a Locust, we're taking the all laser Locust. I actually don't know if that one's available in this era or not. We're not taking a Locust. I don't want a Locust. We could just look at like more fast units, you know what I mean? Like, this 2CB is a little expensive. What if we just went like super fast, like speedy boy list? Like, we'll take a Mongoose, like a standard Mongoose, right? And we can make it like really good too. We can make it like a 3-4 or 4-3 or something. Yeah, we still got like a good chunk of battle value left with that. The only problem with this is we're not gonna have like a lot of staying power. But like speed equals armor, and pulse lasers, like there's no large pulse lasers from clans in this tournament, right? So like as long as we stay away from whatever pulse laser boat they have, we're pretty safe. The other thing that we could look at is trying to get pulse lasers of our own, because medium pulse lasers are actually really battle value efficient. I just don't know what units in this era have them. Like, I guess we could do like a specific search. Oh, we don't want jump anymore. We can look at weapons, and then we can go to, come on, HIJKLM. Should be in here somewhere. Medium pulse laser inner sphere add. Okay. So what do we got? The Dragoon. It's a lot of pulse. That boy be pulsing. We got 2 medium pulses and an LB10 on a 5.8 65 tonner Koshei. That ain't half bad. I mean, that's a solid little mech. It's a little bit expensive though. 1,500 battle value. Kind of rather have an Ostrock. A Shootist? Shootist, eh? 4-6. Emperor. Twin LB10X autocannons. And twin medium pulse lasers. That's a great, like, light killer. Cause here's the thing, guys. I feel like, people, actually, you know what we can actually do? The Crab 27 SL seems interesting, and it jumps 5. Crab. It has pulse lasers. That's a cool mech. You know what? This can be our anti-light cavalry unit. Yep. I love it. I love this mech. Seems fantastic. Let's do 4-3 for kicking purposes. Now, here's what we can do, guys. This is a little bit cheese, but what we can actually do is here it is, submitted lists thread. we can look at most of the lists that are going to be in the tournament and see what we need to bring in order to counter these units. Yes, okay, so yes, this has an XL engine. All right, that's a problem. However, we're only investing in 160 armor. It's reasonably fast. It has 5 jump, right? And the units that we are sending it against are not the units that hit really hard and will destroy our torso really quickly. We are sending this against enemy light mechs. We are intercepting light mechs with it and killing them. We are not trying to brawl with heavies and assaults with the SL crab. We will get behind enemy assaults and heavies and blast out their back with pulse damage. One thing I have to check quickly. What's the limit on pulse? Is this thing even legal? 28 pulse damage. Yes. It will basically fill our pulse limit, but it's, 18? That is... 23? 23 pulse damage, if my math is not wrong. So, you know what? I like it. I think this is pretty solid. We'll send it after enemy like locusts and stuff and intercept them. Locusts, mongooses, that kind of stuff. Or, I already saw one of these. I already saw a Spectre. So, let's look at some of these lists. This can also give us, like, ideas of what we want to take ourselves. Is it 24? Was I wrong? Yeah, you're right. It is 24. It is 24 pulse damage, but it's still legal, so it's fine. Zephyr hover tank, Locust. What is the Stinger 3G? Isn't that like an awful mech? Yeah, this thing's terrible. I don't know why anyone would take this. This must be like this person's RPing over here or something. What is a Rampage? I've never heard of the Rampage before. Rampage. It's the 4G. Rampage 4G. LB10, large pulse laser Gauss rifle. Wow, it brought everything but missiles to the party. With an XL engine. Yuck. Not a fan. What else? We got Nightstar. Okay, Nightstar Spectre. This is this is pretty close to what we're bringing here. I love the Gabriel reconnaissance hovercraft. So this is just a pure scout, right? I'm pretty sure this thing has like, we got to go to all. Does it have? Oh wow, it has nothing. I thought it had an active probe. It's just a little medium laser on a stick. Although it is a fast medium laser on a stick. Where are we going? We're going over here. That's right. The 27B is a decent sniper. It's 5.8 ground movement with 2 ER large lasers. It's a little bit oversynced, but it does have a standard engine, so it's basically like a better crab. This is totally just like a lance of Star League that like mechs that are all 3-4. So this person's going for like a theme, and I kind of I do like it. There's another hover called the Beagle, which has a BAP. Okay, cool. That might be something we want to look at to fill a couple of points. Because BAP... Oh, here we go. Beagle Hover Scout. This person took it. And they took it at 4-3, which is what I would... They took the Kanga! Oh my god. I kind of wanted to take the Kanga just because you can't ever take it in tournaments. This is this is a hover tank with jump jets. The Kanga is hilarious. It's an 8-12-6. It doesn't have like great weapons or anything, but it is a jumping hover tank, which means it can jump over forests if they're in the way, which is kind of cool. And then this person has an alicorn, which we're already looking at. The Harrier heavy hover tank is also quite good. I think it has a PPC. Sorry, large laser SRM6. It's pretty fast, has good armor. I do like the Harrier. Another Rampage. People do be liking the Rampage. That's a different Rampage, though. That's the 5G Rampage. Triple streak SRM2s. Medium laser, large pulse laser, LB10. This one brought missiles to the party. So this one brings everything but missiles, and this one's like, we need every kind of weapon on our mech. Why would we not have every kind of weapon on our mech? We need a large pulse laser. We want some medium lasers. We want some SRMs. We want an LB10 and an LRM10. And Jesus Christ, engage at every range with every kind of weapon. I actually kind of like that one better than the other one. It has a little bit more long range punch. The Dragoon AEM1. Dragoon AEM01. These are ones that we didn't look at. 463. 463 is kind of a cool movement profile. Triple LRM15s? That is not messing around. That's a good anchor mech. Plus some pulse lasers to defend itself at close range. Triple Artemis LRM15s. That's a decent unit right there. AC-20 ERPPC. He's like, I'm gonna fight you at short or long range. With 5-8 movement, that's actually not bad. Small pulse lasers, some medium lasers. Wow, that is a whole fusillade of SRMs. Was that 4, 8, 12, 16? We've got 20 SRMs on this thing with Gauss rifle and ERPPC. So it opens you up, and then when you get close, it goes blat, and you die to a million SRM hits. Very cool. Very based. Dragoon, not terrible. The O2 Dragoon. Yeah, this is so the problem with this mech. 5.8, pretty cool, like that. But it is a dedicated close range brawler with an XL engine, which is just something that I'm not a fan of. Too easy to lose your torso and just die. Dragon is basically a Lancelot, and then Amaris killed most of the designers and told the rest of them to make it good. The Lancelot is terrible, though. I've never seen a good Lancelot. They all suck. And some of those Dragoons actually look like kind of reasonably good. Here's another mech that I hate, the Champion. This is totally a meme list. He has an urban mech. This person was like, I'm gonna make the crappiest possible list so that I don't have to fight anything good. Oh my god. The Urban Master. That's actually kind of amazing. Saint 4G, Scrungus the Annihilator. I love that. Shadowhawk 2HB. Is the 2HB? Oh yeah, 2-3 Irby is an absolute meme. You might have been a narcissistic sociopath, but he knew how to get stuff done. Okay. All right. No one should ever say that Amaris is anything other than a terrible person. I hate that guy. All my homies hate Amaris. I actually want to look at the 2HB because I remember it being like kind of okay. Yes, this is the one with the LB10X. Okay. That's actually like a half decent mech. The 2HB, probably worth taking, honestly. For 1350, this thing will do some work. There's always one guy who submits an urban mech list, of course. Well, you know, at least he didn't like submit nothing but urban mechs. The champion is terrible, right? This person straight up was like, I'm going to take all the worst mechs. Oh god. It's a 5.8 heavy mech with 140 armor. It's even worse than the dragon. It does have more firepower than the dragon, at least. Well, I mean, it just means that they're not going to get a lot of bids on their list, right? So some poor sucker who comes in late is going to get stuck with this thing. Hipparch cavalry tank. One I haven't looked at. Hipparch. 914 hover medium laser SRM2. I mean, it's cheap. That's that's all I could really say for it. That's all I could say for this mech is that it is pretty cheap. Um, it'll do a little bit of damage. It's gonna be annoying, and then you're gonna hit it with like a couple pulse lasers or like shoot it with an LB-10X, and its motive system is just gonna get destroyed, and then it's basically dead. Talos 1B. The other thing to consider with our list here is like yes, you can use hover tanks for the objectives, but capture the flag specifically requires mechs. So having fast mechs probably worth it, in my opinion. It fixed everything. Yeah, Pirate is gonna be stuck with the Irby list. Oh no, poor Pirate. If he gets stuck with the Irby list, that'll be a travesty. He'll make it work somehow though. That guy is pretty darn good at Battletech. Jackrabbit. Is this not a unique unit? It has a name. Joker. It's not even on this list, so it must be from something else. That has to be like a periphery list, right? I think the Jackrabbit's a periphery mech. This needs someone to bring the Savannah Masters. Yeah. So one of these lists brought something that was basically a Savannah Master. The Gabriel. The Gabriel's basically a Savannah Master. It's pretty much the same, except it has a turret. Rimworlds. Yeah, it's gotta be periphery if it's got a Jackrabbit in it. I remember the Jackrabbit being like terrible. This one. Large laser streak 2, 6-9 movement. It's okay. I mean, it's just doesn't have a lot of armor because it's a 25-tonner. It's amazing how much better the Mongoose is than this though. Like just look at this compared to the Mongoose and like, you know, like why would you want this when Mongoose exists? The Talos Rampage again. Okay, cool. Joker's kind of okay. I mean, it's cheap. Again, like there is value in cheapness. Thug 11 EB super based. Does the Royal Thug have ERPPCs? It does. Yeah. I'd rather use the regular Thug, honestly. I just like PPCs better than ERPPCs. It's cheap. Although you are investing a lot of battle value, so like getting the extra range might be kind of worth it. Plus it wants to get close and use the SRMs. Yeah. I mean, the Mongoose is like the gold standard of light mechs in this era, right? Thug has been a popular choice so far. Yeah, I could definitely see that. It's definitely a good mech for sure. I mean, like he's obviously made this the centerpiece of his list. 2 RPPCs at 3-4, plus 2 SRM6. Honestly, the piloting on this would be more important to me because this is going to eat all the fire, right? It's a huge investment of battle value. I would take it at 4-3 so that it can kick really good and also doesn't get knocked over because it's definitely taking 40 plus damage in a turn. Thug is my child. Yeah, the thug is solid. It do be thuggin'. The lightning, the Royal Lightning, I think is really good, right? This is a great unit. 2 medium pulse lasers on a fast hover tank. Front mounted, not really that relevant because I don't think we're using like the like you turn you're facing one at the end of your movement, and if you don't satisfy whatever, you get like screwed. 2 streak 2s and a tag. Not really super thrilled about the tag, but I mean, it is what it is. First is taking the Royal Mongoose. Again, I think the regular Mongoose is better. I think the regular Mongoose is better than the Royal Mongoose. Like for the battle value and everything, it's a really good mech. Another 2 HB. So 2 HB, pretty based. I like that one. What's the Burke do again? Burke Royal. Triple PPCs. This is like a better it's like a better version of the what's it called? Shrek PPC carrier. Got a couple streaks to defend itself at close range. By the way, guys, I turned on ads for my streams. Let me know if you're getting bombarded with ads, because I set it to like every 30 minutes, and I'm just curious about how YouTube is handling that. I would probably want the regular Burke. Oh, it is a lot slower though. 2-3 is pretty slow and doesn't have a lot of armor. Yeah, this is pretty solid. What else do we got? Spartan. What is a Spartan? I've never seen that mech before. Which one is it? It's the N2. 400 XL. Oh my god. It's a gargoyle. It's an inner sphere gargoyle. Cursed. Ultra cursed. Triple medium pulse laser ER. This is a dedicated close range brawler with an XL engine. I'm not a fan. Miss me with that. Ostrak 2CB, super based. Love this mech. Again, I think it's just kind of expensive. Haven't seen a single one in 15 minutes. Okay. Good to know. Good to know about the ads. Where were we? This one? No, we weren't on that one. I think we were here, and then... Oh, I think we skipped one. The Royal Thunderbolt. This man took like as many Royal mechs as he could. Okay, yeah, this was the one we were on. Spartan. Yeah, missed me with the Spartan, but everything else here is really good, I think. The Royal Thunderbolt, I think, is quite decent. It has an ERPPC, yeah. ERPPC replaces the machine guns with small pulse lasers. Yeah, two in the first 20 minutes. That, I mean, if it's 2 ads in a row, that's just how YouTube does their ads now. They just do 2 in a row. It's a viable charger. You know what? I take offense to that, because I think the regular Charger 1A1 is perfectly viable. If all you want is a brick of armor that moves reasonably fast, the Charger is pretty good. Which is actually something that you want in this. Do we have access to it? Like, you definitely want... Oh, we don't have it. The SLDF Royal Division was like, what the hell is that thing? We don't need any of those. Acquisition, do not get chargers for us. They're like, that is some junk equipment. We don't want it. One list of... I think Charger 1A1 would be pretty good in this, because it can run up to buildings and kick them for a lot of damage, to like bring down enemy buildings, and it's cheap and has lots of armor, so it can like run flags really well. DCMS has it. Okay. Royal von Luckner 2 LB10s and backups at 3.5 movement for 1200 BV. That is not bad. Von Luckner Royal. Hey, you lied. It's 1260 BV, okay? That's a lot more BV than 1200. It is pretty solid, though. 40 armor on everything? That's nuts. So it'll take 2 AC-20s and just keep on trucking. Streak SRM spam, 2 LB10s, LRM 10. That's honestly a solid little support unit. Let's give it the old comparison with the Alicorn here, okay? What do we got? We got 3.5 versus 3.5. Alicorn has better armor, 50 on the front and turret, versus 41 and 45. 45 damage, very long range. Um, this is not the correct battle value. It must have spawned in as like uh 5/5 or something. Um, it's about 600 battle value less and has like decent weapons. What I'm really going to need though is hole punching power, and the Gauss rifle does that better than pretty much anything else. What B are we targeting? What BV are we targeting? And what do we have? Timothy, hello, welcome to the stream, friend. 8,000 battle value list is what we are looking for, my friend, and it is Star League era. I have chosen the Star League Royal list because I'm a cheesemonger. It is my profession to bring the stinkiest cheese to the market and force my opponents to eat it. However, this is not a list for me. This is a list for somebody else. Custom tanks versus custom mechs. Seems to tanks have a lot more potential than mechs in 50 to 90 ton range. Not sure how many cannon tanks are good though. Lots of great cannon tanks. And yeah, the most prime Gouda. Only the stinkiest French cheese here. we must have stinky cheese so that we make our opponents whine, you know, huh? Yeah, so custom tanks. Tanks are great because they don't need heat sinks for missiles and autocannons and stuff like that. So missile boat tanks, really strong. They can only get single heat sinks though, so energy tanks not as good. But like one ER large laser or one PPC on your tank and then a bunch of LRMs is really, really strong for sure. Yes, 8K for Star League era. It seems fine to me, honestly. So what we have so far, Spectre, almost a certainty. I mean, this thing is insane. If only because this tech doesn't exist outside of this era, and I want to see someone use it. You know what I mean? I've seen one other list so far that has it in it, and it has decent weapons as well for like a reasonable amount of battle value. This thing is actually like, oh no, I think it's about the same price as a Wraith, and probably isn't as good as the Wraith, honestly. Although stealth armor definitely helps. Same with the SLDF Executioner. Yeah, it's not 7 jump though. I'll do a quick update. Here's our limitations basically. No VTOLs, max 12 jump movement points in the list. So if we're taking this thing, which is just, I mean, I'm taking the Spectre because it's super cool. So that means we have 1 5 jumper in our list essentially. And I'm thinking the Star League Crab because pulse laser jump cool. This seems like a cool unit for sure. And then I'm thinking probably a mongoose, like a 4/3 or a 4/4 mongoose. Sorry, yes, exterminator. You're right. Yeah, not executioner. That's a crappy clan mech. And probably an alicorn for the anchor because triple Gauss rifle is like, you know, like a Q French laugh, you know. Thug 11 is super based, the basic thug. Oh my god, he's bringing an SRM carrier, the absolute madman. Mike Sanders, a particularly apt name because it will be sanding your mechs very, very with extreme prejudice. I'm looking at some of the lists that other people have brought to see what we might want to bring in terms of like counters. But keeping in mind that this list that we're building it's not for me. Someone else is going to take this and use it in the tournament. And then I have to pick someone else's list. So it's a little bit of a different building experiment because like I know how I like to play. I like a couple of mobility units and a few tanky brawlers to hold the line, and then I use the fast flankers to get behind them and do some good stuff there. Okay, so we've got a DCMS list here. 6 mechs. My man has brought 6 mechs. What is the Warhammer 6RK? I've never heard of that one. 6RK. Oh my. It's a 5.8 Warhammer. That's kind of cool. It's a 5.8 Warhammer with all of the normal guns and more armor, but an XL engine. That's a cool mech. Yeah, Andrew, I was looking at the Wyvern. The Wyvern sucks earlier. I was like, wait, its designation is Wyvern sucks? 5UX. Pretty funny. Definitely a fan. Ooh, Flashman. Oh baby. Hang on. Let's see. Flashman 8K. Oh my god. Oh, it's the 5.8 one with the XL engine. Oh my god, this thing is disgusting. I'm vehemently against Thunderbolt 7X earlier. Decided to go for Alicorn due to cost. Oh yeah, Thunderhawk. Right, yeah, the Thunderhawk with the triple Gauss. Alicorn is like way cheaper, and yeah, just it's a BV tax thing. Like being a mech costs battle value. And like I hope that people go and outflank my super heavy tank that has like 50 armor in a couple locations. Nighthawk to be that one guy with battle armor. There's battle armor in this era? Like it actually exists? Nighthawk. Okay. I gotta look at this. Squad of 4. What did you recommend? The 22? It has a Mauser laser rifle and a grenade launcher. With stealth, battle armor, and 3 jump. This is actually really good. This is like in terms of but it can't mount anything, so we would need a transport for it because it's super slow. No, I mean, like if we've got a couple of points left over, I'll keep it in mind. Like 74 points is almost nothing, so we could just take it to like defend our flag or something, you know, like go in and get a leg attack on a mech that tries to grab our flag. Yeah, power armor suit, pretty interesting. Stealth battle armor is really hard to deal with because you got to get right up next to it basically and blast away. And then it can shoot you with Mauser rifles and grenade launchers. So pretty cool. I definitely appreciate the suggestion on that one. Wolverine 6K. Yeah, I like this DCMS list. I have no notes. This is solid. The 4-3 Charger. He named it a fly kick. That's amazing. We cannot take them in a Karnov, Timothy. VTOLs are banned. VTOLs are hard banned. An infantry capable platform might be good to pick some in case someone spams. Anti-infantry capable platform. Well, we're looking at all of the lists, and I haven't seen a single unit of infantry yet. So I kind of doubt that we're going to see infantry. At least in large numbers. Awesome 8Q, Hunchback 4G. I mean, this is very slow. They have one mobility unit, and it's a spider, which is going to get shot and die immediately. So I'm not a huge fan of this, but definitely, like, not terrible. This is actually, like, more my standard. This is what I would usually take, but this tournament, This tournament definitely favors mobility more than most that we've had. Because most of the objectives require a lot of mobility. You need to be able to move back and forth on the map really quick. Citizen, oh my god, this person's. Oh no, they're what is it? Capellans, the filthy Capellan list with citizens with just numbers. Yes, my slaves, you will go and fight for me. And Servitor Steve and the gave me a reconnaissance vehicle. Go and find them, and then I will shoot them with my battlemaster. Be the infantry you want to see in the world. The Capellan citizen, very fitting. Brad is running a few units of Nighthawks. Okay, cool. That's cool. Again, but like anti-infantry isn't going to be effective against them, right? Because they're battle armor. So you just want like laser spam or SRMs or something. How much water is on the map? The monarchy. Yes, let's take a ship. Let's go and get ourselves a boat, and we'll ferry some infantry across the water. I can show the maps again. This is the mission pack. I'm not 100% on exactly what we're going to be doing for maps, but like we've got Bunker Buster, which is you destroy enemy buildings, capture the flag, which you have to get to this building on the other side, then bring flags back and forth. Cut off the head, you have to kill your enemy's commander, which is the most expensive unit that they have. Domination, you have to go to different circles and hold them to get points every turn. Hide and seek, you have to go and try and find the enemy's hidden unit and I think kill it. Yeah, destroy your opponent's hidden unit while preventing your opponent from doing the same. So you want Beagle active probes and ECM for that. MGs will not help. Yeah, they won't help against power armor. PC list without pillager deserves good. Oh, God. I unironically bought the Monarchia to do a beach landing tournament and was the only dude who had a battle armor on offense and forced a rules change. What was the rules change that they forced? They forced you to not bring boats on a beach landing? That's ridiculous. You obviously want a boat. It's a beach landing. King of the Hill. Okay. Oh my god, is that actual magma? Vulcan's Forge. That's definitely actual magma. So this is where the charger comes in and just like charges you off the objective into the lava and kills you. No battle armor? Maybe, yeah. No battle armor on a beach landing. I don't see them being that bad, honestly. So this is the first map that I've seen that has water. There's definitely some water here. Not enough for making a boat work, though. Scanning. Recon relay. I think you have to go to... Yeah, it's like the center hex. You go to the center hex and bring the information back to your thing, and having an unjammed active probe gives you a 5+ chance to get the information. Otherwise, it's a 7-up. Sam is running this event, so it is 100% real magma. Yes, amazing. It looks like he's a big fan because I think this is also magma in this mission too. I saw a list with infantry. I'll go have a look. Made a TO to make landing craft for other people to use in case they wanted battle armor, and had to make me make a second list for the one map without water. Battle armor on a beach sounds stupid if clan battle armor is allowed to walk underwater. Interesting. Take 100% credit for the magma. I'm sick that way. Oh, it was your suggestion? Oh my god. Yes, push my mech into magma. Signal trace. I'm not 100% on this one, but I know it definitely needs mobility as well. Each unit attempting a scan rolls 2d6. Units rolling 7 or greater succeed in scanning the signal. Unjammed unit mounting a functional active probe succeeds on 5. Oh, and then you roll to see where it goes. So yeah, definitely mobility required there. And stand-up fight is the only one that doesn't really require mobility. But even then, having outflanking units is solid, right? Outflanking units, like mobility is never bad in Battletech. Uh, but there are times when having big heavy boys is better. So there's only two missions here that are actually like you want big and heavy over mobility, and those are probably like King of the Hill and Stand Up Fight. Um, everything else, you just want to have mobility. Skimmer, yes, I do love the skimmer. It can contest objectives. It is a unit. Oh goodness, someone took the AC2 carrier. That's crazy. I do really love this Lao list though. That's hilarious. What is the Osprey? We haven't looked at that one yet. 55 tonner. My favorite category of mech. Triple medium laser Gauss rifle LRM-10 464 XL engine. It's alright. It's definitely decent. What do we got here? Wyvern, Starly Crab, Dragoon, a Mackie? Wow. What a meme. What is it? The 8B Mackie. PPC's AC-20 medium lasers. Oh my god. This is like a better Atlas. I'm not gonna lie. This is a better Atlas. That is a great unit. I love that so much. He just wants 110 mech for the fun. Yep. Mackie is unironically good. I agree. This is a great mech. This is actually really solid. It can fire like a PPC and everything else, and then it just fires everything but the PPC to cool down in close range. Kerensky could never. Yeah, solid choice, honestly. If you're gonna take a 3-5 unit, I would say that this is probably one of the better ones. It's gonna get to the center of the board, and you're probably not gonna kill it. Hoplite, oh my god, who brought a hoplite? The hoplite is terrible. Show you guys the hoplite. It's 4-6. I guess it could be worse. Like LRM-15 in a PPC, it doesn't have enough firepower to make its existence justified, in my opinion. I don't like the hoplite very much. I think the other ones are worse though. Yeah, LRM-5 AC-10, and the same thing. How are these even different units? These are the same mech. They're literally the exact same mech. Why do they have different designations? That's so weird. Okay. Whatever, that's fine. Shootist? What's a shootist? Shootist 8A. AC-20, 2 pulse lasers, ER large. That honestly ain't bad. That's a solid heavy. That is a solid heavy right there. I'd bring it if I wanted a 4-6 boy. Kintaro 19. Kyudo? I think it's a DCMS mech, isn't it? LRM 20 ER large laser. Honestly, not bad. It's a decent skirmisher. Not even a skirmisher, it's like a fast sniper. And then a mongoose and a sling. The sling is a funny mech. One was the original one was the SLDF upgrade that became the standard. Another was the SLDF downgrade that came out in the Succession Wars. So you're saying that they downgraded it to the same thing but named it a different designation? That doesn't make any sense. Then again, that kind of stuff actually happens in real life, so I'm not surprised. 7-11-6, 3 LRM 5s. Not bad, actually. Not bad. Okay, here we go. We found the Nighthawks. Uh, Look at that glorious 83 battle value for a 3-2. This guy's gonna rip your mech's leg apart. It's so funny. Heavy hover APC. Oh my god, he took it at 5-4. He took a heavy hover APC just to carry a couple of Nighthawks around the battlefield. um, Rifleman 3N2. Let's wait. The Rifleman 2, 3N2. The heck is this thing? Twin large pulses, twin LB10s. That is a heck of an assault mech. It has a Beagle active probe. Again, 20 side torso armor that's going to get blown up. And you're going to be out a rifleman. That's 2,600 battle value. That's expensive. The Ostwar. We haven't looked at the Ostwar. It's triple ER large laser? Oh my god, that's terrifying. With enough with enough heat sinks to fire them. Huh. As an XL. Not a huge fan of that, honestly. Okay, so what have we learned from looking at all of these? We have learned that mobility is somewhat common, but people aren't bringing enough mobility, in my opinion. So, I think I get tournament points by making a list that a lot of people want as well. For the meme, an Ost list could work. Oh my goodness. That would be very funny. How many Ost things can we even take? We could take the Ostrock 2CB. I don't think we have enough Ost things to make an entire list out of. Primitive cockpit. The heck? I don't even know what that does. Like, we've got the Ost Scout. Like, we could take 2 Ost Scouts and, like, 2 Ost Rocks. We don't have the Ost Sol yet. Oh, we do. Is the Ost... Wait, is that available? I thought I looked it up and it wasn't in the thing. Yeah, no, we don't get it. I don't know who does, but we definitely do not. Just gonna reload the stream quickly. So I don't know if comments are loading. Okay, never mind. 15 people! This is a stream all-time high. The Ostwar is around, but a bit mid. I think I agree. I like the Ostrock quite a bit, though. The 2C... What's the 2M? Oh, the 2M has jump jets. Okay. That's actually kind of cool. That could be our jumpy mech if we wanted to. I kind of like this crab, though. This crab does our jumping and our pulse lasers all in one. So, let's see. Where are we at here? We've got our anchor mech. We've got a pretty cool cavalry mech. It's going to do some work. We've got a light hunter. We have 2 really mobile units. And then we've got like 580 battle value left. So like we could take a cheap tank. 15 minutes ago. What? Hype. Yeah, no, my other streams usually get like 2 or 3 people watching at a time, so over 10 is hype. Tanga, if you want a meme, jumping hovercraft to check the specific wording on the jump restriction. Yeah, so if I want to bring the Spectre, I can't because it's more than 12 jump in the list. I can bring a 7 jump and a 5 jump. I specifically looked for good 7 jump mechs earlier so that I could do a 7 and a 5. And this is what we found. This was definitely the best 7 jumper available. Serrano. What's a Serrano? I don't think I've ever heard of that before. Serrano gunship. It's a VTOL. We can't take VTOLs. VTOLs are illegal. I'm sorry. VTOLs are definitely illegal. Um, yeah, I agree. Engineering technician, that is a great unit. But it unfortunately is not usable. No VTOLs allowed. All my homies hate VTOLs. Let's look at some cheap hover tanks. Like we could just go Gabriel reconnaissance like everyone else if we wanted. What else do we got? Rotunda? What's the Rotunda? Rotunda scout vehicle. So the MRC, which is this server right here, not fans of VTOLs. VTOLs are cheese, like straight up. Um, I've found that one way to balance them is actually to force the proper rules where you have to like move a certain amount before turning. Otherwise you skid and potentially like crash out of the sky. We also can't take artillery, I don't think. Valley artillery vehicle. Yeah, I know we can't take Aero 4. Aero 4 is illegal. Um, no arty allowed. That is correct. What? Yeah, the lightning? Can we take a lightning? No, it's a little bit too much. I mean, we could take it at 4-5. Uh, but as a rule, I don't take hovers with less than 3 piloting because I'm okay with skidding on a 2, but not on a 3. If you know what I'm saying. Like, I guess we could take it at like 4-4 because skidding on a 3. Mortars are artillery. Yes, mortars are banned. I can show you the list of banned stuff. No artillery, no VTOLs, no ASFs, and I'm assuming this also means no lambs because they can be ASFs. These are the things that you can take though. So like the other option is that we alter our list here, right? Like maybe the crab doesn't need to be 4-3, right? We can shave some points there. Now we've got enough for like a decent vehicle. Um, how much pulse are we allowed to have? Where's the thing? 28 pulse. We have 24 with the crab, so we can't take the... We could swap the alicorn for the stalker. Uh, Jelly. Hey, Jelly, what's up, man? So guess what? Battle armor exists. I'll show it to you. The Nighthawk is technically battle armor. It's kind of goated, honestly. It has stealth armor and a laser rifle and a grenade launcher. It's pretty funny. It's very cheap too. Yeah, battle armor exists. It's technically like an exosuit. It's not like battle armor. It's like power armor with some armor stuck to it. Um, what do we got? I'd kind of like another like fast cheap mech if we can afford one. The lightning was a good call though. I definitely like the lightning. We could get like a different unit from the crab. But I do like having all of my pulse in one place, you know what I'm saying? You know what? Let's do this. What about lightning? Lightning. Get the Royal Lightning. 2 medium pulses. We could take it at like 3-3 even. Now we have like 13, no, 12, 1240 battle value. Probably afford a pretty decent mech with that. Starlink Squeaky Squad's doing all the Black Ops stuff. Any good locusts? There are no good locusts. Oh yeah, because now we have more pulse, right? I do also like the Zephyr quite a bit. Wait. Doesn't it have pulse lasers? No, I guess it's just medium lasers. I do like this one though. It's a good tank. Um let's look at vehicles again. Yeah, no, apparently it doesn't have pulse lasers. That's weird, right? Yeah, there it is, the Zephyr Royal. That's the one we've got access to. Yeah, the Cyrano Royal Gunship would be cool. You could take the Kanga. No. No, we can't take the Kanga. It's too much jump. Um, let's see. What if we take this at 3-4? And we risk skidding on a 3, right? We're skidding on a 3. That's not that bad. Gives us let's do some math here. 6, 6, 8, 6. I'm not that good at subtraction. 1300 battle value. So we could take a mech in around the 1000 battle value bracket. I'd like something that is... It's a Talon. Talon 5V. You like the Talon? Engineering technician? Wheeled Scout, eh? Eight twelve vehicle. Kind of want a mech. I like mechs because melee good. Melee is nice. Having fast things that can go around and kick people in the shins and knock them down is good in my opinion. Although there's not a lot of low piloting big mechs in the pool from what I've seen. This is the first time that I have like full access to see everyone's lists. Can we take a Shadowhawk 2 HP? Might be able to take it at like 4-4 or something. No, it's too expensive. Never mind. What do we have again? 1300 battle value. Kintaro 19's okay. The engineering vehicle. Charge! Timothy, I kind of agree with you. The only thing is that we need mobility, and that many points into something that's not mobile is a problem in my opinion. Like, are we really set on the 2C Ostrak? 3-4-2C Ostrak maybe can go. What if we... Okay, so we've got 3 mobility elements here, right? We've got 3 very fast units. So we've got more mobility than most of the lists here. So this will win most of those objectives. Like, against most of these lists, we will win the objectives because we just have more stuff that can run flags and things like that really quickly. So then what that means is that we need something to hold the line and distract the enemy while our flag carriers do their thing. So, like, the Black Knight is that unit. 6, yeah, you know, like 80 battle value for the upgrade is probably worth it. Let me have a look at these quickly. There's an ER PPC and 2 large pulses versus a PPC and 2 larges. I like large lasers better. Yeah, I would take the charger, except that we can't. We can't take the charger. We are not the DCMS. The Starlink Royal Regiment said, "Miss me with that shit." they said, we do not want that piece of garbage in our regiment. We have proper scout mechs. We don't need the charger. Let's do it. Let's do a Black Knight. I mean, it's like the mech, right? Let's do it at 4/4. Now we have somewhere in the neighborhood of 1100 battle value. I need another mech just for thematic purposes because we want to have a lance. Falcon? Is that a good Falcon? 4NB? It has a snub-nose PPC? That's kind of wild. Oh, it has 6 jump. We can't take it. Yeah, the Stalker doesn't sound bad, honestly. Oh, I gotta check pulse limit. Hang on. We have 12 pulse plus 18 pulse. How much pulse is that? 18 plus 12, 30 pulse. Too much pulse. Too much pulse. We're gonna get rid of the Black Knight, I'm sorry. Royal Black Knight isn't that good. Super close range weapons like pulse lasers on a slow moving unit is not amazing in my opinion. What about Thunderbolts? Thunderbolt. We have the Royal and the regular Thunderbolt, and that's it. We're gonna bring the Lightning back in. This is definitely this is like a very good hover tank. Let's take it at 3/3. And then if we need to shave points, we can take it at 3/4. Oh, the 2N Griffin. I love the 2N Griffin. It's expensive, but it's a good mech. This is the yes, this is the one I'm thinking of. This is a solid unit. 1923. Okay, yeah, that's fine. Yeah, we're gonna take it at 4/4. So that's our jumper, and then we have just under 1100 battle value. We need another mech. Nighthawk? It's a Nighthawk. Is this the one? Nighthawk 2Q. 6.9, ER large laser. Has an XL engine. That's kind of yucky. Royal Griffin. It's not even the Royal Griffin. It's the Griffin 2N. But yeah, I guess this is basically the Royal Griffin, right? ERPPC twin SRM6. It's a solid little skirmisher. It also has 2 tons of SRM ammo, so it can take Infernos. And Infernos are really good against single heat sink units. So the Inferno power is real. And who else? Who else we taking? Firestarter? No, we can't take a Firestarter. It jumps. We already have a Mongoose. Wow. Like thematically, I want another mech. I really wish we had access to the charger. Because I could really use a big cheap armor brick in this list. And it's about the right cost. Hmm. What's the 3H Shadowhawk? Is it terrible? Oh, it replaces the SRMs with machine guns? That's funny. Yeah, that's pretty bad. Hunchback 4G is actually looking not bad to me right now. Actually, you know what? Yeah, I mean, we could drop the Alicorn and get a mech for our thematic purposes. I kind of wanted to have 6 units because being able to be in multiple places at once is important for some of these objectives. But like that stalker was looking pretty sexy, honestly. Definitely enjoy this. Yeah, we want to take it at 4-4, I think. And then we've got a few points left here. Galahad as an Alicorn replacement. What's a Galahad? I think it's a mech, right? Twin Gauss rifles. Twin PPCs is actually kind of nice. Yeah, 2 Gauss rifles ain't bad, man. That's pretty nice. What if we have... Okay. We have a few points left. We have a lance. Let's see if we can find something cheap. Oh, do we have like LRM Scorpion? Oh, they don't have the Scorpion tank? Those fools. Those absolute fools. The Scorpion LRM tank is like a great points filler. We can make like a J. Edgar. I kind of want something that's like a cheap long range tank. We could take the goblin and put infantry in it. What's the Turhan? Turhan combat vehicle. Twin large lasers. Not bad. LRM flatbed truck. So like I'm trying to fill more than a couple points here. We've got 700 left. I guess we could get something super cheap and then put like a gunnery upgrade on something. Put a gunnery upgrade on the Griffin, maybe? Hmm? Uh, so we have a limit, Timothy. I think it's 6 units. It's usually 6 unit limit. Um, 6 units. Oh, do we not have a 6 unit limit in this? I'm pretty sure it's a 6 unit limit. Hawk hover tank. Yeah, fast cheap PPC. That's actually not a bad call. I do like the Hawk. I don't know if it's cheap enough though. Gotta do this. Hover. There we go. It is 684 battle value. Wow, that Griffin got very expensive. Yeah, we're gonna... It's like 400 battle value. That's a lot. Let's look at... How much do we have left? 700. Is there... Okay, that's an artillery tank. Turhan, Chevalier light tank. Condor heavy hover. Eh. Like 2 medium lasers on a stick ain't bad. It's got enough armor to take a couple medium lasers. If we had access to precision, I'd be more enamored with it. Oops, that's the wrong thing. How much battle value do we have exactly? I think it's 1110, right? 710, yeah. Prowler multi-terrain vehicle is amphibious. Oh, that's interesting. It's very slightly too expensive. It does have pulse lasers. That's kind of a cool tank. It has an active probe. Fully amphibious. Okay. This might sound crazy. We'll get rid of the Griffin. I don't think we're going to find a better 5 jumper, though. Something in the same-ish bracket is fine. Phoenix Hawk Lamb. Black Knight Crusader. Phoenix Hawk. Phoenix Hawk. Grasshopper. I like the Grasshopper. We could go for a Guillotine. 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 Like, it doesn't need to be a 5 jumper. We kind of want some bulk, you know? I love Guillotine as a line mech. Keep it in mind as an option here. Lancelot, Starslayer. Yeah, no, that Starslayer sucks. We looked at it earlier. It's the 2D that's the good one. Oh, yeah, someone recommended this. The 50 ton... Oh, that's the 1D. Twin PPC, twin large laser. Wow, that's interesting. It's like a crab on crack with much much slower crab. Someone said the Wolverine 7H? Like the Wolverine 2? What do we got? Ultra AC5 medium pulse laser SRM6. It does have case. That's kind of nice. Decent armor. Yeah, I mean, as a cheap brawler, why not? Like, the Ultra AC5 is terrible, but... Does that leave us with less points? The whole point was to have more points. Give me a second, guys. 1 second. I have been delivered dinner. 1 moment here. Get my headphones back on and stuff. Okay. ERPPC won't overload pulse limit. Lynx 9Q. Do we have access to the Lynx? We do. Wow, that's expensive. It's a laser boat. Has good armor. Lots of lasers. And an ERPPC. 30 heat sinks. I don't love the XL engine, but that's not bad. Catapult. Hmm. Yeah, we do have more points. We have 760 now. Let's go look at vehicles. Any support tanks in the 760 bracket. If only we could take artillery a long time. Oh, we can take the Prowler now. Prowler, LRM-10 to medium pulse lasers. I mean, it's pretty slow and doesn't have amazing armor, but it is very cheap. You can also go through water, which is kind of funny. What about a very cheap mech? So 721. We could take like a super cheap light mech. Well, the Hermes. How much? We have 760. Yeah, we have 760. Somewhat ironically, Spartan? The Spartan. Spartan. That's interesting. That's an interesting mech for sure. Kind of cursed, you know, XL engine and all. It's pretty fast, has a lot of pulse lasers. I think overall, like, I'm pretty happy with this. So I'm just looking for something to like fill out the rest. The Mercury maybe? Thorn. We could take the Clint. The Clint is terrible. I think this is the one that we're looking at. Oh, twin AC2s. Good lord. Who invented that? The Thorn, eh? NB. Wow, that is a quick boy. What's the sling look like? $711.6. Oh, we can't take it. It's jumpy. Someone suggested the Royal Locust earlier. We could look at that. Not the Locust. Locust 1VB. Oh wow, it's very pulsy. We can kill enemy fast movers with this. And this is the kind of unit that I don't really care about the XL engine on, because I mean, if it gets hit a couple times, it's just dead anyways, right? It has a lot of firepower. Do we have anything else with the pulse laser on it? I think this one has one, right? Okay, yeah, so we gotta count. We got 12 plus 6 on that. And we got another 6 on the Wolverine. It goes over our pulse limit. Vulcan's definitely out. What about... Let's go for another cheap hover, maybe. Right, because... Like, man, if we could take that Cyrano, that would be amazing, but we can't. Marksman. Chevalier. We already have a lightning, right? Yeah, okay. What's the tiger tank? I've never seen that before. Wait, which? T12, yeah. AC-10, SRM-4. That's kind of crap. But again, it's also 600 battle value, so what do you expect? Mongoose Gunslinger has stealth. No pulse. The Mongoose Gunslinger? I think it's too expensive, right? It's quite a bit too much. Yeah. It's a good mech, though, for sure. Like, we could upgrade our current Mongoose to this, but honestly, I like having not the XL. Bulldog. I think the Bulldog's okay. Right? Where is that thing? Large laser, 2 SRM4s. I think we might have found a winner here. Take it at 4-5. Uh-huh. What if we have this at 3-4? And then we take this at also 3-4. That'll do it. A little short on points here. Or a little under on points. Thanks, Andrew. Appreciate it. Here's when the analysis paralysis sets in, and I spend 6 hours trying to figure out the absolute ideal. I do like a J. Edgar. It's the OG J. Edgar. Medium laser, 2 SRM2s. We can take this at 3-3. Still under on points, eh? We could also... $37 BV is not that much. Yeah, that's true. Mobile HQ. Tandem SRMs are not available. I don't think they're even invented yet. What if we do that? That's kind of crazy. 3/3 mongoose. $654 battle value left. And then a J. Edgar. That's pretty much perfect. That's basically 8,000 battle value right there. I don't know if Jelly. I don't know if you're still in the chat. He just messaged me. I have thunder ammo. I don't have thunder ammo. Thunder ammo is also banned, so we're not using thunder ammo. All right, I think this is perfect, guys. I think this is the list. I'm gonna save this file. How do I save? Save units to MUL. Yeah. Yes, he beams the message onto the stream. That's right, Jelly. Thank you very much, friend. Yeah, no, sorry, sorry, Tim. No thunder ammo. We're gonna do was Cameron Heat Cameron Heat list .mul. So thank you everyone for all of your help today. We ended up with what I think is pretty good. Lots of mobility. One big chonky boy with lots of firepower in the back, and even has like a good amount of firepower to defend himself at close range. Still say it needs a 6B Black Knight. Yeah, Royal Black Knight pretty good. Like this Wolverine kind of sucks, but it doesn't need to be like amazing. It just needs to be like annoying and able to distract people. And this Wolverine can definitely do that. The real damage is going to be from the Stalker. And that's one thing that this list is definitely going to struggle with is time to kill. The damage output is like very lacking. But we've got lots of fast stuff, so we can like core out people's backs and then maybe get like rear kills. So, anyways, thanks again, guys. I'm gonna end the stream here. Please remember to like and subscribe if you want to see more from me. Lots of Battletech stuff on my channel. Go check it out if you haven't already. And yeah, thanks for watching, Mech Warriors, and have